Let's go bang, game pertama bang ya. Game pertama antara tim Liquid PH versus tim Falcon di sini bang ya.
Here's the first in a bout of 3 between them and Liquid Philippines. I'll tell you now, this draft style by Falcons is so Project Next. Yeah.
Tim Falcon ini tim yang mulai bangkit bang ya. Jauh awal orang itu tumbang terus.
What do you expect from a Kimmy in mid?
Yeah.
And they did wanted to clear the wave alongside
Sekarang
JP and
mereka
Sanji, but then the Kimmy was just too much to deal with.
Onikanya
Something
kalah
you would
bang.
expect, but you have to be careful of if you're Falcons.
5 wins and 4 losses for View on this far. So Sanji's 4-1.
Oh.
Debut pick for JP on this Grok. The first time he's going to show it this season.
I'd like to think Falcons did not leave out the Grok because they forgot that it exists. I'd like to think this was a calculated risk and said, yeah, JP's never played it, so we don't know how potent it is. Let's test it out now.
Yeah, they picked into it.
Oke, CC di sini.
Again, could have been a confidence booster for them that they still gave it to Liquid because of it going to X Nova earlier last week. So Few goes for the Super Fringe signature of the rapid boots. He wants to go fast, quick rotations to match the speed of the Hilda later on. Once they're both level 4, expect them to just keep going around the map to try and find picks.
Yeah, but that did look like something that Few was trying to build. Is it? That can't be a Radiant Armor priority.
No.
He rushed the rapid boots.
Oh, okay,
It's for rapid boots.
Okay.
And it's really a question of, is it worth it to invest in that kind of mobility first, or just raw damage output with the fight waiting to break out? Liquid disengage, the turtle spawns. Down bottom, it looks like gold laners are just fixated on, yeah, we're not doing anything. Mount Shocker by Kyle. They're not really diving into this fight just yet.
Yeah, Flapteasy is already level 4 though, so he will be starting to be annoyed.
Eh.
Carl TZ actually got to fight Few there.
Mati
Has
Few-nya.
no other way out. Sanford picks up first blood, and now Ogwen might be the next target. Look at the bravest fighter and the frees that are coming in from Sanji. He'll just try to run away, return under the bush.
Transportnya kena ikat, mati dong ini semua.
As well, dealing enough damage actually to
Lari.
force Team Liquid Philippines to walk away, but they will still be able to find their way back. Carl TZ very low though, and now
Masih
Carl
dapat
TZ
Carl
gets the
TZ dong.
turtle instead.
Oh, Marco's not done pushing away JP. I think he wants to jump for
Di flickerin balik.
Takes down Daddy underneath the
Mati
turret.
dong.
Oh my goodness, another bravest fighter from Sanford just to keep himself safe under the turret. Falcons did not want to get
Oh,
away without
headnya
fight.
free
Yeah, they take a
di
major
sana.
trade though. OM gets a lot. Flap TC almost taken down by Sanford up top, under turret. Good call by Super Marco to leave the gold lane, quickly join the fight. He is a fighter. He can afford to do that. Old school funnel at its finest.
All right, if this wasn't Project Next, and we're not looking at a funnel, I'd say they were overheating. But Falcons now are playing a controlled aggression. They are pushing Liquid's buttons, knowing that Liquid have a normal tempo. They are playing with a Harith gold lane, while Falcons can pull this kind of thing. Just spread out the resources, make sure a majority of it is going to Kyle.
Yeah, and even though Few went down in that sequence, the initial burst he was able to dish out was enough to mess with Carl TZ's desire to go for that turtle. He had to back
XP levelnya
off, re-engage,
Kyle TZ
reload.
masih menang.
He just couldn't find a comfortable, really comfortable spot for him to get a
Masih
retry.
level.
Even though Kyle TZ ended up on the other side of a wall after the retribution, Kyle was still in a very comfortable spot. Like, all right, cool, you guys are protecting your jungler. I'm gonna get this turtle easy.
And where this puts Kyle TZ is almost a full XP bar above Carl.
Yeah.
And even in
Sebenarnya
gold, there's 100 gold
Carl
between
TZ
Kyle
ini
and Carl. There's a Mount Shocker.
masih kurang emang ya
You
Lancelotnya.
can't trade that kind of utility over.
Daripada King
Kyle
Kong
has
ya.
a free
Kalau di
rotation.
Indo
Got
ya
his
lebih
first
bagus
item
sih.
already, and there are much faster rotations that we're starting to see from Team Falcons. Although they don't fully go for the commit because it's
mati dong.
like, hold on, Sanji, does he get to go or
Flicker langsung ya bang.
Flicker was forced out, but at least he'll survive. But that's going to be something massive, especially for this upcoming objective. Carl TZ, though, will still try to make his way through. Flap TZ trying to block him. There's the traction pulse. But that was a fight that Falcons clearly started even before the objective.
All right, Marco making a beeline towards the turtle.
Ohepnya
Less than half health.
Sanford
dicari
jumping in, trying to
Esmir
look
ini.
for few. Carl TZ this time
Udah.
around secures the objective. Flap TZ's left
Hampir
all
mati,
alone.
Bang.
And Carl TZ and the rest of the members
Mati.
will be able to deal with him while Sanford deals with 4 other members. And and will have to sacrifice his life to Kyle.
Yeah, Falcons lost the turtle, but they ended up getting a big trade. Sanford and Carl, they only lost Flap. So good zone out there by Sanford, but since Carl TZ and Sanford spent a little bit too long trying to survive there, as Flap TZ was actually
Jebol.
keeping the other members of Liquid at bay, it leads to this. Falcons getting the first turret of the game up top. They didn't get that turtle, but hell, they got kills.
You know what? 5.5 minutes in, and I really do believe. Oh wait, Carl, what's he thinking?
This isn't a 1v1, it's a 1v2,
Look.
but now make it a 1v3 because Ogun gets left in
Liquid
the middle
again,
of 3 members of Team Liquid, and Sanji will be the one
Mati
taking
juga.
the kill.
You know what? Something tells me Ogun may have flickered the wrong way. I don't think he expected the bush to be that far off.
Yeah, I think he was also trying to pull attention away from the fact that Ogwin, or excuse me, I believe it was Kyle and Few who were trying to actually get Ogwin in the center of the map. Well, JP, excuse me, JP was almost taken down by 2 members of Falcons. Maybe that's why Ogwin decided to flicker further, so that if ever there's a chance it could have been a roamer for roamer trade, but it just didn't go well for Falcons.
Marco!
Good wall.
Okay, there's the
Kena ikat,
charge.
dibalikin dong
And
ini.
the curtain call was also used just in time. Now might be the clapback for
Ceder.
Falcons. Better airstrike
Ceder.
already committed. But then, for some reason, they get to survive, and Carl TZ!
Lah, mati dong.
He doesn't get to dodge the last hit from Kyle.
Call it a TZ sandwich. He was gonna run the flap either way. Ogwin running away from Ohib and JP. He'll be fine. Marco holding the brush. All the way Falcons has been playing, especially Super Marco. We did set it up prior to the matchup. He's playing like they owe him money.
Yeah, and Falcons, their man marking is on point. They always have an eye in another angle that another member of Team Liquid Philippines couldn't go through. So now they have their bases covered. Good vision provided by the Mountain Shocker. This is a great position for them.
Sanford doesn't get to put himself out there as much, though. Ogwin and Flap TZ are doing such a great job at holding down the members of Team Liquid Philippines. JP's also almost half HP.
Waduh,
Better
itu.
airstrike
Lah,
already used.
ultinya
OHEB
tap-tap.
forced to use the Zaman Force. There goes the traction pulse. Flap TZ, though he's already
Biar
tanky
henti ya.
enough. They won't
Miss
have to
di
worry
sana,
about
Bang,
him in this position.
All right, Ohib gets sent away to the other lane. I do think this is the coast clear. Kyle TZ gets it.
Nggak mati, nggak mati.
Even with the tech charge used, Flap TZ was just too tanky. Kyle TZ had no problems getting that objective.
Yeah, Few has been stellar with this feathered airstrike. He hasn't been getting kills, but it's been the deterrent that Team Liquid Philippines have been annoyed of for majority of this game. Again, look at that.
There you go again, Carl
Scar,
TZ. It did
katanya
seem
dia
like
buat-
he wanted to fight, but with
Dua
Ogun
kali
there,
pekes
it
doang
wouldn't
lah.
be a great decision either. And now he's just able to do that. Stand in front of Carl TZ and watch where he's going.
And what Ogwin is doing is very reminiscent of what Flap would do on a Uranus. He's just breaking lines, being a nuisance, giving Liquid something to think about even before they can find the softies that they should be getting to. That's why Ohib hasn't had such a great game. Sure, he has what we call in the industry a gold lane experience, but really, what's he get to that? Some good farm? He's still behind Kyle.
Double fighter setup for Falcons working out very well for them. All the times that earlier in the season, the times Falcons lost where we berated them for, hey, why are you doing this? Why does it seem like you're overextending, you're overheating? It's much easier to pull off over-aggressive plays when you have 2 fighters. But Ogun needs to watch out.
Yeah, this seems like the so-called identity of
Mundur saja di sana.
Falcons at this point, but aside from the fact that they're just too tanky, you take out the Uranus, but you can't take away the Hilda, they have such high mobility as well. And it feels like you can only rely on Carl to deal with that. Now he wants to look for
Whoa.
Few, but the Wings by Wings will keep him safe.
Carl popped the execution there. I'm pretty sure he was looking for a kill angle.
Yeah. Centerpiece right now of this draft of Falcons, clearly again the Farsa. So yes, they have been very aggressive, but if they don't have enough help for Few, if he
Hindi,
gets
equipment
dived
na.
on, they're gonna lose a significant amount of damage. So they need to make sure their Farsa is well protected during fights.
Susah sih
Yes,
ngegarit
going
ya.
on. Already up to a Sky Piercer for Sanji. They need to be careful about giving this Kimmy kills.
Resme,
Might
bos.
end up seeing another Savage game for the Lone Stallion.
Yeah, but you have to deal with the better airstrike first before Sanji's even able to position himself in a team fight.
Few has been playing this Farsa very specifically. He's using it as cover fire. Oh, Flap TZ's
Nggak
fine. He
ada.
survives a 4-man gang.
Yeah, and had to use his Purify, and JP didn't have to use the tech charge. So at least that's one resource down for Team Falcons.
Look at this sneaky push down bottom by Kyle. He's going all the way, taking down tier 2 in
Nggak
the
ada
bot
rasanya.
lane, and then they can still contest.
Great macro, great micro so far for Falcons. Few now has a Bloodwing Sasso, also extra survivability. A little bit of damage, of course, with the magic power for this Pharsa.
Kena
Feather
flicker ya.
Strike starting it up.
That was close.
There's a wall. Oh, JP, he can't catch a break.
Yeah, this could be a sign though for Liquid to go since there's no more feathered airstrike. But the pressure that Super Marco and Caltese are applying through macro is a bit too much. So Liquid tried to bait out a response by Falcons.
Yeah, and Sanji doesn't have the flicker too. Ogwen might be going for him actually. Sanford and JP, they go for the other side. Carl
Waduh,
secures
masih
the
dapat
objective and they're
Caltese.
able to deal with Flap. And all the while, Ogwen too will be having a difficulty at sustaining the damage. They just focused on the Lord.
Kyle is so slippery. I could have sworn it was enough
Tapi
to
hasil
send 40
pertama
and
masih
JP to
oke
kill
lah
him,
ya.
but he lives. Bad news is Liquid got the Lord, so all the Falcons cannot celebrate just yet.
Yeah, it's good news for Liquid that the zone out and effort that Sanford and JP did still lead to the Lord because Caltese had to traceless to a safer distance. He could not traceless into the Lord pit lest he give another kill for Team Liquid Philippines. They'll be able to clear out the Lord up top and it wouldn't go on a deep push to the second turret in the top lane. So now Falcons has another room for error. But now Liquid finding control, and Falcons needs to find a way to turn it around.
And JP finds Ogwen too.
Mati.
Now they get to take him down. They clearly want to maximize this objective that they got, even using the tech charge
Jebol
just
juga
to
midnya.
take that tier 1 in mid.
I was gonna say Ogwen gave himself up so that the turret wouldn't get pushed, but Liquid had enough firepower to force the
35.
issue, and Falcons are still
Skornya
lacking. Sure, they've been winning a majority of
Jebol
the
lagi
early
ke
game
atas.
into the mid, but you're a funnel strat. If Few is displaced and Kyle can't get those free hits and keep dashing in and out to proc his passive, it's a non-starter.
Caltese's hella farm though. He does have the Malefic Roar. But now the balance of
Iya,
this game has
equipmentnya.
changed and shifted in favor of Team Liquid Philippines. Oheb still only up to, has the 3 core items.
Menuju
Has the
kemana
Holy
itu?
Crystal, Feather of Heaven, and the Starlium Scythe as well. Interesting prioritizations and juggles by Oheb. I think he went for a bit of a chop suey build and then built the final pieces depending on when he gets his gold, when he gets the item.
Ogwen!
And now they commit on to Ogwen, but the damage might not be enough just yet. Lapteezy goes in with the Falling Star Moon. Carl Teasy gets to dodge it with the Thorn Rose. OM already here, but will he use the Zaman Force? The Feathered Airstrike doesn't matter. Sanford just
Di
jumps
situ
on
na
through.
Sanford na.
And now they successfully
Mati
take down
klubnya, mah.
Lapteezy.
He had no Purify. That could have been it. Now it's Ogwen's turn. Flickers out of the wall.
Oh, he had to flicker because there was a wall. Kyle Teasy, they see him now, but they have the conceal. But that's one man down for Team Falcons, and Team Liquid Philippines might go for the push.
Yeah, and with Liquid in control, you're starting to see the problems of this Hilda-centered lineup in Rome. And Flapteasy can only hold so much damage. Liquid are gonna start stampeding over Falcons.
Udah balik ini gua
Falcons doesn't find a way to wrest control from them.
13 minutes in, some
Oh.
weaknesses coming to the surface for Falcons draft.
Yep.
They can't hold
Tapi
the box.
Caltese-nya
If
masih
they're not
kaya raya
forced
itu
to
10.000.
engage and compromise Liquid's front line,
Karena nggak pernah kena
Good luck
take
holding
down.
the box.
Skillnya ada
Makes it
3.
even worse is that Oheb now
Sementara
has a divine
Caltese-nya
glimpse,
kena
so
take down
Liquid
2.
are definitely within their power spike, within their comfort. The control that Falcons has had for a
Tapi
good amount
kalau
of this game is
Caltese-nya
now in their
shutdown
hands,
lah ini.
and they can keep this up. As long as they blast Ogwen down real quickly, they can ignore Flap, just zone out Kyle Teasy. This should be good for Liquid.
all right, there's a Zaman Force. Ogwen buying some time, pulling Liquid away from the Lord pit. Flapteasy jumps in. Oh, this is a full-on dance.
Oh, traction pulse! And now they use the Feathered Airstrike as well, but Team Liquid Philippines, they'll be fine.
Yeah, 2 big ults used. Kyle Teasy dancing on his former Teasy brother. I
Miss.
think we're gonna be just delaying.
Lah.
Oh, that's
Goodbye,
the
Kyle.
wrong brush.
Gitu,
Kyle
nunggu skill
Teasy,
satunya.
JP and Oheb.
The
Tapi
target
dibalikin
was
lagi, Bang.
Kyle all along, but Oheb
Dua
and
orang.
JP will get
Nggak bisa Lord itu.
out. Super Marco will be the one picking up the kills. That's the last
Esmenya.
shot committed by Sanford. But will
My God.
Sanji be
Terlalu.
able to deal with these tanky heroes
40.
of Team Falcons? 40 with the sustain, and now Sanji, San Duo are actually making
Lah, lah, lah,
it
lah.
happen. Gets the
Flicker
flicker
ya.
away from Flapteasy, and somehow Flapteasy two steps
Dibalikin
while
lagi.
Carl does not.
Flapteasy turning it around like he's an F2
Flicker.
in Singapore in early 2021.
Sanji!
meledak.
is trying to walk away because Few gets to join as well and takes him down.
Sanji refuses
Udah hidup lagi
to
Kaltizinya.
stop firing at Falcons. That fight lasted forever.
Trade
Ini
after
backupnya,
trade,
Bang.
that was like a string of technical submissions chained together. It's like I was
Akhirnya
watching
langsung gak dikasih balik
jiu-jitsu in MLBB.
sama Esme.
San and Carl, and of course Falcons, Kyle, Few as well. Now it's a full-on fight for the First Lord.
Sanji still half HP. He can't really put himself out there. Ogwen and now Flap. Look at
Esme-nya
how
kuat sekali
they're
depan itu.
dealing. The Lord will finally go into the hands of Team Falcons, and all that TLPH could do is watch.
My friend, you're not wrong. It is Falcons' first Lord, and they're going to take over the map. I'll tell you now, that long sequence before this Lord take may have taken the gas straight out of Liquid's lungs.
Yeah, and now Falcons with the Lord can
Lah.
march. Let's see how many towers they can take. Oh, Ogwen gets spotted.
Yeah, that's a Phantom Execution already used. Oh, Argros gets
Dapat
to
gak?
successfully pick him off. Carl TZ, he actually wants more. Goes for Super Marco, but the Falling Star moves on
Bobby boy!
point. And there goes the Zaman Force. Federer Airstrike. Everything.
Eh,
comes
mati
out.
dong.
The Mountain Shocker. And Kyle TZ gets to burst down OM.
Kill one, get
Itu nunggu
zero,
OHP-nya.
just like that.
Trade after trade. Falcons really wants that playoff slot, but Liquid aren't giving it to them.
Sanford jumps in, bravest fighter. Now they want to take down
40.
Flap. Solar Beam, and that's a mega kill for Sanji. They will now disengage after losing both Ogwen and Flap.
All right. Decisively, that is an overheat. Ogwin for OHEB is a good deal, but Flap underestimated the amount of damage
Yeah.
Liquid had left in that lane.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Oh, they're actually going to be able to break the tower in mid because Few committed the feathered airstrike, so that Liquid won't be able to take down the
Jebol.
minions. No tower now in the bottom lane for Liquid as it was broken down by the Lord. Oh,
In hindsight, it may have been because of Flap TZ's
2500
sacrifice.
langsung.
Yeah.
yeah, because they had to spend
13.000
resources to
sendiri
take
SS-nya
Flap
duitnya.
down.
So it's worth it.
It was worth it there in the end.
I would trade my life for inhibitor
Yeah.
anytime.
That's a base turret you're talking about. On the opposite lane too, of the next potential, of the next objective that we're about to see in this game.
That's what they call in the business the long lane. Falcons have the long lane advantage.
This is all still very close. It's a game of inches at this point. See Halberd already built up by Carl TZ. The damage on this Lancelot is going to be no joke. Few needs to watch out. And even that one Thorn Rose is enough to take away a shield that is worth 25% of the health of the Esmeralda.
Okay, Few has been holding these brushes really, really well. And I feel like they will have, or they will be paying more attention to him, especially in the upcoming
It's
fight.
another power spike. OHEB picked up the lantern. He's dealing HP-based tick damage, DOT.
Yeah, and that means Flap really needs to wait for his proper timing of holding down the front because he will get melted through by that Harith. We saw it in the previous series what Domikite was doing to James in the game number 1 of Aurora versus Omega earlier.
Uh-oh. Flap into that brush, holding Sanji and JP. Few throws out the
Kena
feather
ultinya.
strike. These ults, again, I think Falcons may have taken a page out of Liquid's book. They have low cooldown ults too.
Yeah, that's why they keep throwing it out. Phantom Execution inside the right mid bush.
Hello, old brother.
At
Yeah.
least it was just Flap there.
I'm pretty sure even Flap would, wait, yeah, so this kind of awkward. Let's just both leave this bush.
Hello there, old chap.
Okay, Flap.
Ouch, oh my goodness.
It's starting to hurt.
Yeah, even the damage from the Kimi of Sanji.
Yeah. Cloud what could be the play for Team
Ini
Liquid
dia.
here?
Oh, Carl's gonna go for his purple first. I
Lord yang
don't think
ketiga.
Falcons has any place to blitz it. They
Menit
are trying,
19.
pulling it slightly closer to them. Carl DZ
Mungkin menit
making a
20 lah.
beeline towards the Lord, gets a soft reset. Marco
Baru
holding
keambil.
on.
But they must know that Kyle TZ will be coming from there though. And Team Falcons, they know that Carl will be coming from mid too.
Okay, there's a Mount Shocker.
Oh, doesn't land onto Sanji, but the curtain call will. So Carl TZ and Sanji are both tied together.
Miss
Super
groknya.
Marco, and Flap TZ lands that falling Star Moon
Conceal.
perfectly. Now Owen and Few, they're all chasing after the other members of Team Liquid, but Carl, he wants Few.
No.
He's going after Few, but the Wings by Wings will save him.
Few-nya
now
masih
he's up
selamat
against
dong.
Kyle, and
Mati.
he takes down Kyle.
We talked about it. See Halberd on hand, and he can burst down anyone with Kyle down. This is bad. The conceal play by Ogwin was countered by JP's own defensive conceal. That's why they couldn't target the Harith.
Ults are but a tool to get what you need. The purpose of all of the footsies Liquid was playing this whole time was to get a pick off and they got the best one. Kyle is
Yang
out
tebal
of the
kali
picture
Esmenya
for at
tuh.
least 20 more seconds.
How unfortunate could it
Dia
be
lepas harusnya.
that even without the landing or even without the tech
Biarkan-
charge landing,
Lah.
you lose your jungler.
Masih
And now
mau
the
kah?
tech
Mundur
charge
harusnya.
lands onto Flab, but they couldn't make much out of it, but it'll still be enough.
Few almost stole that Lord. There was less than 20 or 30 health left on that Lord when he dropped that feathered airstrike. That retribution by Carl was almost so late. What could have been if Few stole that?
And Few was one item short. If this came to fruition and eventually became what I would assume the winter
Kuat
round
lah
he
ini.
wanted to do,
Pokoknya.
that might have been enough. But here we are, the delay by JP. Liquid
That
marching
Pew.
down mid, escorting a chubby wave down bot. Now Falcons for the first time this whole game has to be on the back foot.
Oh, curtain call.
Sekarat,
loose.
sekarat.
Carl TZ can't puncture out.
Oh, Gwen.
And now Flap TZ jumping in, but it seems like they're able to focus all their resources on him. Better Dare Strike also avoided by Team Liquid Philippines, and the bravest fighter might be enough to zone and deal enough damage. Super
Selamat
Marco
masih lo.
unknowingly has so much,
Oh,
but
Cici-nya nggak
Carl
selamat.
TZ is able to deal with him. Ogwen nearly tried to take down Sanji, but they have all their eyes spread out across the map.
Underneath big
NK.
fights like that, Falcons box just pales in comparison to Liquid.
Oh, Carl TZ again looking for Kyle. Better Dare Strike already used just to clear the minions, but they have one more up top that will be immediately dealt with. They have another. Will they still go for
I
it?
think they're gonna try because Carl went for potion. There's gonna be a lot of damage from this lance.
Bisa kah itu?
Oh, traction pulls. Mountain Shocker gets touched as well. Sanford, does he still go in?
Karat loh.
He actually will, and there goes the tick charge as well.
Oh, minionnya ditahan di sana.
TZ, he's only after few, and he will be able or unable
Mati
to
dong kalau
take it.
TZ-nya.
Kyle TZ deals with him instead.
Kyle's miracle play.
Kyle TZ-nya
takes
nahan
down
minion, bang.
Carl. Double kill for Kyle. They kick out Liquid.
Just when we thought we'd hear the 3 count, shoulder up in the air, off the mat, and Falcons still fighting. That was a 1-2-0 moment for Falcons. Liquid might have overheated in their priorities. Carl might have been a little bit too eager and taking
Di
Few
AS
out.
dia pakai Sanji loh.
All right, one more look at how that
Ada full item
defense
semua nih.
ended in Falcons still breathing. 21 and a half minutes in, it was an almost perfect tech charge, if not only for Flap playing Patsy. He said, look at me, I'm such a huge target. Psych, I'm the only one you're hitting.
And Kyle delayed the minion wave just enough and had enough
Yeah.
damage to finish off Carl himself.
Oh, this could be a free Lord for Falcons.
Yeah, they're bursting it down. Super Marco using the curtain call again. The Better Dare Strike
They need
just
to rush.
has too much damage.
Carl's
Will
here.
Carl make it? He might actually
Nggak
make it.
lanjut kah?
And without the Better Dare Strike, Team
Oh,
Liquid might fight.
orang itu
They
mau
might
ngambil
actually go
orang.
for the fight. Sanford jumping in
Mau
with the
ngambil orang,
bravest
nggak peduli
fighter.
orang itu.
But where is
Masih
Carl?
dapat, masih
He is
menang dong.
nowhere to be found. He dealt with Owen first. 40 with such a play. But now the Lord is in the hands of Team Falcons, and all Team Liquid are after is the fight after.
All right, that's a 2 for 1.
Dibalikin kah?
They're not
No way.
done.
Lah.
Strike.
No, they're not. Kyle TZ
Hilang semua,
once
bang.
again.
End sudah.
Kyle TZ, a monster in the land of Dawn. Taken down 2. Make it 3. Carl is the only one left.
Kyle freaking TZ! He put the name on his own and he carries it with such pride and ferocity.
Gokil
Can
Kyle TZ-nya, bang.
Falcons end
Udah pasti
game
end
one
ini.
here?
30 detik gimana ceritanya nih sendiri dia.
That he'd still survive.
It's
Lawan
20
tiga,
seconds till the
4
rest of
sama
Liquid come in.
minion
Bare
segudang.
minimum, Mountain Shocker, Feathered Airstrike, Lord on the base.
Carl TZ just goes in because he has no
1-0
other
bangnya.
choice.
GG
Falcons
SS
are
Kyle
still
TZ-nya.
alive.